You're on. You're on air. Yes, you are, little monkey. Hi, everyone. It's Tammy, and I thought that I would start a live at 5, although it's a little earlier than 5. But I wanted to go ahead and do this now because I was just kind of in the mood and nobody is home. So I thought it would be fun to just have a little chat. Jambo is leaving, so I am going to turn it off of him. And I think I will have the chats on so that I can see you guys chat. So hopefully all of this is working out as planned. I hope. So anyway, I didn't tell anyone that I was going live, so I know that it is not easy to get viewers when you don't tell anybody that you're going live, but it's a lot of pressure for me to have a schedule and know that I have to do it. I work better, it seems like, if I don't have a schedule. And this is a new spot for me. This is actually in my living room because nobody is home. I thought that I would just relax on the couch and do my thing, and I'd have my laptop on my lap. Makes sense, I guess. It's a laptop. And yeah, so if you guys can hear me, just say something in the live chat just so I know that I'm not alone. I see that there are 2 viewers, so hi guys. I actually have my coffee with me, so I will be drinking my coffee throughout. I did take notes, so I have a few things that I know that I need to chat about and tell you guys. I might even post on Instagram that I am live. My goodness, my aunt texted me and it's like a whole page of text. Ugh. Hi, Janie. Yay. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you. I'm so glad that you joined. I'm going to post on Instagram really quickly that I am live so that others will know. I guess I should take a picture of myself. If I turn this around, how do I do that? I'm such an expert. Next. Live on YouTube right now. And then I'll put TT.Scraps because that's where they can find me, right? And I will share that. Okay, so hopefully that went through. Okay, guys, so my name is Tammy Thompson. I am a knitter as of December of last year. I also am a scrapper, as in I used to scrapbook a lot. Now I just kind of collect this stuff. But I also love to make cards, paper crafting. I enjoy lots of hobbies, including I'm going to try to make some project bags, hopefully this week, although I don't know that it will get done this week. But I have lots of irons in the fire, as they say. I also have 2 cats and a dog. Here's one cat right here. That's his little tail. He's laying down in front of me, and now he's going to toss his tail over. Oh, and now he's pushing against the laptop screen. Lovely. I shouldn't have let him know I was here, but I literally, right behind me, or right in front of me, behind you guys, behind the screen, is a cat and a dog, Taz and Fuzz, and Jambo is over here. He was here earlier. So anyway, I am in central Indiana in a smaller town city called Fishers. It's just north of Indianapolis, and I love it. So, well, that's not exactly true, but I do like where I am. I don't know where to look, so I'm sorry, guys, if I'm looking in the wrong spot. But I'm new at this live thing, but I'm getting there. And I do have chat on, so I should hopefully be able to read your chats if you guys have anything. But I'm just going to carry on and talk to you guys and go through my little list of all of the stuff that I have written down so that I can make sure that I tell you guys everything. So, yeah, Fishers is a great town to raise children for the most part, but it is so busy and it's gotten so overpopulated, and I am ready to get out if I could. But my husband and I would like to move to Tennessee or maybe one of the Carolinas and build a log cabin on a lake somewhere, and that is a future dream, probably retirement-ish age. so that it's not, thank you, Janie. I just love you. Um, and for those of you that don't have your chat on, if you're watching this later, you can put live chat on in YouTube when you're rewatching, and you can see all the chats, so you'll know what I'm talking about when I go off and talk to someone. Because Janie just said that you were doing great. I just love the support, and Janie is a dear, dear friend. I truly, my friends are, and YouTube friends have been so wonderful. I don't want to go into a thing because I'll get all mushy, but it's true. I love all of you guys. I appreciate all of the support. It is amazing. I mean, I'm just a mom, middle class America, trying to get by doing the fun things that I like to do that are probably pretty boring to a lot of people, but I have found people that are like me, and you don't think they're boring either. Or if you do, you don't even care, because I don't know, knitting is probably a boring thing to some people, but to me, it's fun. And I know that a lot of you guys like it too, just like coffee. We have lots to be grateful for, and I am grateful for all of you. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys some of my, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. First on my list is catch up. So my Tennessee trip, because I had told you guys that I was going to be going to Tennessee on my last trip. So um, some catch up things. I did go to Tennessee with Dennis's mom, or not mom, his aunt, who was kind of like a second mom to him. When Dennis was 13, he was adopted. That's not the right word, but he was taken care of by his aunt and uncle. His family had some things going on, and so his aunt and uncle took legal guardianship of him. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's kind of like his second mom, and we went to Tennessee together. She wanted to put some flowers on her mom's grave. Dennis's grandmother passed away a couple months ago, so we went there together, and we had a good time. She is a talker, though. Oh my goodness, the woman can talk. Whew, about everything and about nothing, and sometimes at the same time. It is insane. But good thing I'm a listener. I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not always a big talker unless I feel very comfortable. So you guys make me feel very comfortable. Thank you for that. I will chat away to you guys, but I'm usually kind of quiet. So it was a good 3 days. We left on Saturday and we came home on Monday last week. So we had a decent trip. We ended up going to a outlet mall that was extremely small in a little small town in Tennessee, and we went to a place called Vanity Fair, and it has clothes for everyone, but it mostly focuses on like bras and panties and things like that. So we ended up getting some new unmentionables, and that was good. And what else did we do? We went out to dinner. We went to Ruby Tuesday. We went to, I don't even know. We drove a lot. We we did go to Sonic. They have like these drinks that are supposed to be out of this world, but I ended up just getting an unsweet tea because everything was carbonated and I didn't want to have carbonation. So I didn't know what to get. When I asked them if they had anything that wasn't carbonated, she said, "Well, I don't know. I'll have to ask." And I was like, "Oh, it's okay." And she said, "No, I'll ask." But then she never came back. So I'm assuming that meant no, but I'm not sure. So I don't know. But I we don't have Sonic around me. So whenever I go to Florida or anything like that, I would love like the cherry limeade. Oh my goodness, how wonderful is that? But I'm trying not to do carbonation, so I couldn't have that anymore. So bummer, but that's okay. I can still have coffee, which is what really matters. So that was my trip. And I know that I was trying to do this podcast every week. It's really tough, guys, to find time to sit down and do it and to get it done every week. So I don't know. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. So I'm not sure how often I'll do this, but I would like to do it at least once a week. But I know I've already failed at that, and this is only podcast number 5. So the chances of me doing this every week are probably might be closer every 2 weeks. I don't know, 10 days. I'm not sure. But, that's life. Oh, Janie says they have awesome shakes. I have not had any of their shakes, but funny that you say that because Deb, Dennis's aunt, got a shake and she loved it too. I think she got strawberry. Or no, oh goodness, now I'm being like her. She didn't get a strawberry shake. She ended up getting a sundae, and she got a strawberry sundae, I think. I don't remember exactly, but she loved it, whatever it was. So that was good. And another thing on my catching up is just adjusting to the empty nest. And whew, it is a challenge to say the least. I I'm not used to having it so quiet, which isn't exactly true because my kids, as they get older, as kids do, they are home less and less, or they're in their rooms, or they're working, or going to school, whatever. But now that they're both out of the house and away at college, and I know that they're safe, it's a little bit easier to have my head in the right spot when I get home. If that makes any sense, it probably doesn't. But like, if your kids are home or even if they're around, you worry about them and you're like, okay, I know that Alex has to work tonight. I know that Katie is visiting her friend. When are they going to be home? That, I don't know. I have my rules that I make them live by. And then when they're not here, I don't have to worry so much about when are they going to be home? What are they doing? Where are they at? I can kind of put that a little bit on the back burner, not to say I worry less because I'm sure I don't, but it's a different kind of worry. So it's actually, it's been a little bit of an adjustment. Um, so I'm still getting used to it, but I think I'm actually getting used to it. Hi, yay, Diana. Yeah, and I need to thank you for their wonderful gift box. I still haven't sent you a card yet, but I'm awful at that. You would think that a card maker would have, and I have plenty, but would send cards quickly when they need to. And I am the worst at it. I'm late on birthdays. It's crazy. So I appreciate you very much. And I know that I told you thank you before, but I feel like I need to tell you again because your box of goodies was just marvelous. Thank you very much for that. Um, so I am adjusting to the empty nest, and I think I'm doing fairly well. It's just weird. And then Dennis works second shift sometimes. So like right now he's gone, and so I have the house to myself more than ever, which I'm not going to lie, I kind of like. It's sometimes I'll get a little bit depressed, I guess, and a little bit. Oh, I'm glad that you do the same thing because it's crazy. Never send them. Mm-mm. I have them, just don't send them, and that's awful. It is awful. I was doing well, and then I just stopped doing so well. But anyway, enough of those shenanigans. I did work on my knit-worthy list of people that I wanted to knit for, and I think I've gotten that pretty much down. So I'm ready for Christmas. I am working on some Christmas presents. Um, Deb, the woman that I went to Tennessee with that I just talked about, her birthday was the day before yesterday, and my dad's birthday was yesterday. My dad is celebrating in heaven with Jesus. So, but he would have been 76, and Deb was 60. So I told Deb that I would make her a cowl or a hat or mittens or whatever, and she chose a cowl, and she wanted some like rich brown and rich coral colors. So I'll have to show you guys what I picked out, and I have that in my whips, which are my works in progress. So I'll get to that here in just a little minute. Um, so let's see. Well, it looks like the next thing on my list is my finished objects, my FUs. So that sounds bad, doesn't it? I didn't even mean for that. Sorry, but that's what they're called, FUs. Hi, Tracy. Yay. I'm glad you're here. So this is my first finished object. This is a cute little cat hat, and I love it. I love how it turned out. This was a pattern on Ravelry, and it was a free pattern. So I just followed the pattern and did some color blocking, and then I made this cute little pom-pom hat. I think it turned out really cute. I like the ribbing on the bottom. It's for my niece who is 14, so it's, I don't know, it's a little bit small maybe. But oh, that looks good. That looks really good. The color blocking makes it a little smaller, so I don't know. Hopefully, I'm worried about this one because this one is almost too small. And then the other one that I made for my other niece, her sister, is almost too big. So, oh well, this one is cute and hopefully she will like it. I don't wear hats very well either myself. Diana said she doesn't wear hats very well, or she doesn't wear hats. So here is the one for my other niece, and it's supposed to look like a cat. So it has little, I guess it goes either way, but it has little things here for the ears. But this is what this one looks like. And it kind of, you have little cat ears when you put it on. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully she will like it. I think it's kind of cute. Now she is 16, so I don't know. I'm hoping that it fits. I mean, it's not going to fall off my head or anything, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a hat head either, but oh well. And then, so those are two finished objects. They're not FUs, they're FOs. I was like, what in the world? I don't remember it being called an FU. And I didn't remember saying that. FO, finished object. Ding bat. No wonder it sounded so funny. So those are two of them. I'm going to put them over here on the couch. And then here is one for my husband, and I'm really proud of this. Hopefully you guys can tell what this is. Oh, it makes me nervous. So I based it on the same pattern as the cat one. I made this one first. Actually, I made a different one first, but that one's kind of a secret. It's a gift, so I'm not going to show you that one. But I made this one second, and then I made, no, I didn't. I made this one third. So my first, I know what I'm talking about. I hope I don't have something on my mind with the FU. Oh no. But you're probably right. And Tracy, oh goodness, you're probably right, all of you. I'll just leave it at that. But so I made a secret gift that I'm not going to share, but I based this on those. So I just took the same pattern and or the same concept and put this in, and it is a scorpion. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. And hopefully it looks like a scorpion enough. My husband is a Scorpio. His birthday is November 16th, and he is very proud of that, and he loves scorpion stuff. So I thought that this would be nice and warm for him. This is actually probably the best fitting one. It has a little bit of a, oh, whatever that's called, gangster, whatever this is. But I think scrunchy. What is that called? You guys probably know. But I think it turned out really cute, and so I'm going to give this to him for his birthday. And another finished object that I have is, I'm going to call it dumb. This dumb library scarf that I was all excited about when I started it, but it turned out to be such a big pain because it was just a bunch of stockinette stitch and slouch. That's the word I was looking for. Whew. And I used this yarn that is really, really hairy. Can you guys see that halo? And it's really, really soft, but it is so hairy and it gets on everything. So I don't really like it. I was going to use it as a library scarf where you put it around you when you're like reading a book or whatever, and it's nice and big and cozy. And I was going to put some pockets on it. You can see how big and cozy it is. And I mean, I think I did okay on it. There's some spots clearly that are holy or whatever, but this is one of my first projects and definitely one of my first really large projects. I think this is 3 skeins of yarn. It's a lot, maybe 4, I don't know. But it makes you very, very hairy. I don't know if you can see that already, but I have tons of hair on my, just from this dumb thing. So I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I just bound it off. I was sick of looking at it, sick of working on it. And I am going to put this in my car. I have leather seats, so it won't get on them. And I'm going to use it for Taz and let him lay on it in the car because I don't know what else to do with it, and I don't like it. I'm not even going to put it on the couch because it'll get hair everywhere. I mean, it's like literally just sheds all over you. Dumb. Um, Yes, and you're right, Diana. You do inhale the fuzz, so it's like always in your nose, and you're just kind of going. Nah. And even knitting with it was a pain. It's really slick, and I was using metal needles, and it was not fun. After the first skein and a half, I mean, at first when I was first doing it, I was excited. I thought, oh, this is really pretty yarn. It's super soft, and I love that it's all fuzzy, and I did. But kind of like other things, the things that you start to love about it, you end up not liking so much about it because you realize that, I mean, after you know better, or after you learn more, you know better, and you're like, oh gosh, no, this isn't good. Tracy, I don't even want to know. Oh my, you are a mess. Okay, so my last finished object that I have right now is my favorite finished object, and it is these gloves from Skein. So Skein Knits is on Ravelry. If any of you guys are on that, you should check her out because she is Norwegian. She lives in London, but she has mitten patterns and other patterns too. But oh my gosh, she is doing a knit along called I don't know, called a KAL knit along. But you can also do it as a crochet along if you crochet, but these are specific for knit along or for a knit along. So I don't want to change her pattern. This is knit. So never mind. Forget that I said that. But anyway, the thumb is not right. This thumb is better than the first thumb that I did, but it's supposed to be all patterned and pretty, but I hate working with thumbs. I've learned I need to figure out a better way. It's still too big. It's smaller than the first one that I made, but it's still too big. And I just did it all in one color. I didn't do any of the color work on it. So this one, and I'm keeping these, and honestly, I'm proud of them. I don't even care that they're not exactly right because I I like them. They are very warm. They're very nice. They aren't wool. They are aw, you got a new yay. Diana got a new kitty cat. And he's a tuxie just like mine. Aw, I can't wait to hear what the name is too. Super cute. But anyway, I really like these. I think that they turned out really cute, even if they aren't exactly the way the pattern meant for them to be. It's supposed to have two of the little Norwegian snowflake things on it. Um, this one, you can see the top one better than the bottom one. This one, you can see the bottom one better than the top one. But her knit along is September, October, November, and December. And every month is a new mitten pattern. So hopefully by the last month, I'll have a pair of mittens that look like they're supposed to look. But honestly, I think these are cute. And I love the color. I love the way that it is made. I mean, I like the length. So I'm super happy with them. I didn't block them yet, and I don't even know if I'm going to because they're just for me. But yeah, I'm happy with them. So that is my last finished object, my last FO, my last FU. And I am very happy about it. Aw. And your new kitty is Sam. Yay. I love that name. I love that name for animals and for people. That's a great name. How cute. Congratulations. That's awesome. Fuzzy and Jambo both say hello to Sam. Oh, thank you so much, Carol. Aw. I don't feel very pretty today, but that's okay. And I'm not asking for you guys to tell me otherwise. I just know that myself, I'm like, goodness gracious, I'm worn out. And I don't even really have any real good reason to be worn out. I've spent most of my time knitting lately and at work. And thank you, Tracy. You guys are so sweet. And Carol, I'm glad that you're here. So I have my works in progress, and I have quite a bit on the needles right now. Aw, thank you, Galen or Galen. I always wonder when I'm saying it how to say your name. Aw, thank you so much. So we are well. My friend Jess, who lives in Australia, came up with this idea of a mood blanket. And I know I've talked to you guys about it before, but I just want to say a little bit in case somebody didn't catch my last videos that talked about it, which, I don't expect you guys to catch every video. But anyway, the mood blanket is you pick different colors for different moods, and we're tracking it for a year, and we're going to be knitting on it every year, every day. Well, or whatever you kind of make sure that you know what your feeling was or what your emotion was that day. Aw, thank you guys. Ah, I love that you guys support me and are so kind. Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad that you like it live. I always wonder about that. So you do like the live ones? Aw, gosh, you guys are warming my heart. I was feeling like, okay, do I want to go live now or do I want to wait? And I have been putting it off a little bit. And then I was like, just go live. I kind of felt kind of chatty. And like I said, I'm by myself. So I thought, you know what? This is a great time. And then I thought, I don't know. Maybe nobody even wants to see it. I don't know. I get all weird sometimes. And then I'm just glad that I did. You guys have made me feel so much better. Thank you very much. I'm so glad that I did. But here is my mood blanket so far. So each different mood. And some days, it's the same mood more than once or more than one day in a row. So, this isn't just one day. This is probably 2 or 3 days. And it's just, you just do a little bit every day. And it's just a really cute pattern. And it's a free pattern. And I do have a Ravelry group if any of you guys are interested. If you want to check out TT.Scraps knits on Ravelry, and there is a chat group or whatever about the mood blanket. You'll see it when you go to my page on Ravelry. And I think all of that information should be below. If it's not now, it will be in about an hour or so. I think that that's how it works. So this isn't perfect by any stretch. There's lots and lots of mistakes, but honestly, I don't think I don't know. I kind of have two different feelings when it comes to knitting. I mean, and any homemade project really, because I'm the same way with my cards. Some mistakes, I don't really care. I mean, it's homemade and it's hand done, so you just kind of go with it. Then there's other times when you do really want it to be as perfect as it can be, especially if it's a gift. But I don't know. I feel like all of the mistakes in this, it's fine. This is like my first really big blanket, and I don't really mind, but you can see I don't know, maybe you can't see, but there's supposed to be like a straight line down here. It's not even close to straight. Some places there isn't even a line. There's supposed to be some areas that, I don't know, look different than they do, but frankly, I don't care. I think it looks pretty cool. I like the different colors. I even like the pastels, which usually aren't something that I would pick, but I'm enjoying it. And it might be something that I do every year, like maybe not a mood blanket, but something similar maybe every year. I don't know. And I can pick darker colors next time, but whatever. I'm doing that. That is a knit along, and it could be a crochet along too. So if any of you guys want to join in, um, yay, you guys are so cute. I'm trying to read. You're more than welcome to join in, and it's not too late. You could even start it in October if you wanted to and go for a year. But like I said, it's on Ravelry and it's just a lot of fun. And Jess in Australia is um, is doing it too, and her colors are beautiful. She's doing yellow, gray, white, and black. Maybe I don't remember, but they're great and they look really good. Um, thank you very much, Diana. Have you ever considered doing prayer shawls? I got one in the hospital. No, I don't even know what a prayer shawl is. You'll have to tell me what that is, Zoya. I was going to call you Zoya. I'm so used to calling you that in my head. As a matter of fact, I'm like, Diana. Oh, Zoya. I mean, it's funny because that's how I relate to you. Um, But yeah, you'll have to tell me what a prayer shawl is because I'm not sure, but it sounds really neat. I would probably like that. Shawls are more difficult than you would think, though, at least for me. I'm doing one and I didn't even bring it over on my needles because I haven't touched it in the last 2 weeks. I haven't touched it probably in the last 3 weeks, and it's a very fine lace shawl, and I really want it for the autumn, but I don't know that it's gonna get done because I have other things that are taking precedent just because they're either more fun or I'm enjoying them more, or I feel like I wanna get it done for a Christmas present or whatever. Um, okay, yeah, tell me, and why is it a prayer shawl? I mean, what makes it a prayer shawl? Um, but that sounds pretty cool. So that is my first thing on my first whip, which is works in progress. So here is my second. Let's see what is in here. Oh, this is, look at this yarn. This is Bernat velvet yarn. And this is in the color indigo velvet. And it is as soft as it looks. It's probably even softer than it looks. It's like velvet. It is wonderful. And this, I think, is new, and it's part of Bernat's line. And Bernat is doing a knit along, and it's a 6-week knit along, and they also have a crochet along. But the knit along has a blanket. You'll make a blanket in 6 weeks. And then also in the first 3 weeks of the 6 weeks, so they divide the 6 weeks up into two. The first 3 weeks, they make a pillow, and the second 3 weeks, we make a basket. So I went ahead and bought yarn to do all of it. And the pillow takes 2 skeins of this velvet yarn. So I got that, and I've been working a little bit. I just started on the pillow, and it's just seed stitch, which means you do a knit, knit a purl, and a knit and a purl. And this is a free pattern. It's totally available. And this is going to go on an 18-inch square pillow. They actually call for it to be on a 20-inch, but the pillow that I got from Joann's was 18 inches, so I'm just changing it and making it 2 inches shorter. So that is what's on my needles in this bag. I need to work on that a little bit more, but I have 3 weeks to get this done. And every week on Monday, they give you a new clue. It's a mystery knit along. So you get a new clue for the blanket, and then you get a new clue. Look at this. That just like totally fell off. Wah. But I can fix it, I'm sure. But that's kind of a bummer when things like that happen. Um, Anyway, they give you a new clue. I'm just going to put that inside. They give you a new clue every Monday for the blanket, and then for the first 3 weeks, they give you a new clue for the pillow. And then, so the clue for the first week was to knit the front, and the clue for the second week is to knit the back. So kind of silly, but that's how that is. If I miss your guys's chats, I will look back because I see that there's more chats going on than I am keeping up with. Um, so let's see. I'm glad you guys are helping each other out. I just love you guys. It's so sweet. It's done in a prayer session and gifted to people in need of extreme healing. Oh, man. Yes, bless your heart. And that is awesome. I will have to look into that, and maybe I will do some because that is really a nice thing. It would be nice to have some. I wonder if you could like just pray on it and think of it, and then like not know who you're going to give it to until you know somebody that needs it, because I'm not a real fast knitter. And as you will see, I have lots of things on my needles, so it will be hard to start one and finish one maybe while somebody needs it. So hopefully, I mean, at least that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I could pray over one and think about, just nice healing thoughts when I'm doing it, and then have it ready. Okay, good. Yeah. I mean, and I think that putting a cross on it is an awesome idea as well. I really like that idea. I might have to do that. I have so many things in my head. So the mood blanket is another big whip that I have. I also have in this bag, it's a treat for me to see what I even have. I'm like, what is this? I've started so many things. Oh, this is a really cool hat. This is going to be a hat, and it looks really small, but it is really, really flexible. So this rib stitching makes it super flexible. I actually made Dennis try it on. This is going to be either for my son or for Katie's boyfriend, David. So it's either going to be, oh yes, do a video, do a video. Okay, they're in prayer the entire time they knit, and then they are donated when you have a needy person. Thank you. Perfect. I like that. I might really have to join in on that. So I have this going, and this is called Jason's Cashmere Hat from Sweet Fiber. I'm not sure that it's free, so I can't really show you the pattern or talk about the pattern, but this is what it will look like. Isn't that cool? So I'm just now getting to the cabling part of that. Well, I'm just now finishing the ribbing, and we'll be able to start the cabling part. But that's kind of a fun knit, and I really kind of enjoy cables. So hopefully I'll get back to that one really soon this week. I haven't really done much of it this last few days. Talking about the Bernat blanket, here is the first panel of the blanket. It has these flying geese, as they call them. That's what this pattern is. So it has these two. So this is the first clue from the Bernat blanket. And then the second clue I am working on, I don't know if I have it out or not. Oh, I don't think I brought it with. One, but it's like squares. I'll show you that one next time because hopefully I'll be done with that for my next one. So and then I'm assuming after we do all of these panels, we will put them together. So I don't know how many panels there will be, if there will be 6 panels and then you put them all together, or if there will be 4 panels. I'm not really sure. So we shall see, because it's a mystery. It's a mystery knit along. And you had to pick 5 different colors. So clearly this was 2 of my colors. And then I also have gray and a different color, a turquoise. This is teal. Then there's a turquoise, they're kind of similar. And then what was my last color? I don't even remember. I know gray and turquoise, orange and teal. This is pumpkin spice is the name of it. And this yarn is really interesting too. It's like just chubby, soft, nice yarn. Flying geese. Yeah, it's fun. So there's that. And then I am working on a sweater that I'm going to do for myself. And let me see if I don't have the pattern printed. I have it. Let me find my phone under all this knitting. Oh, good grief. I will show you the pattern. It is a really pretty sweater that looks super, super cozy. And it's called Happy Love Company. It's called Winter Blues Sweater. And this is what it looks like with it's hard to see. This one has a turtleneck with it. Goodness gracious. There you go. It has a turtleneck with it, but there's another version without the turtleneck, and I think I'm going to do it without the turtleneck, but see how soft and cozy and just big it is? It just looks amazing. So I fell in love with it when I saw it. So I'm making myself one, and I'm using that same blue, and I have one panel done. So this is one panel. So it's the rib stitch on the bottom, and then this is what the top looks like. And it's just going to be real cozy. I'd really like to make it into a cardigan, but I don't know how to switch it from a sweater to a cardigan. I'm not that good yet. So I'm just going to make this one into a sweater. And then I figure maybe if I can do it again, maybe I'll make myself a cardigan with a different color. So here is where I'm at with the needles. so far. This is what's on the needles. I've just finished the ribbing of the second part, and then I have the sleeves, and then I have to put it all together. And these are the needles that it takes. These are size 25 millimeter US 50 needles. They're huge, but they're fun to work with, and it's super easy because it's chunky yarn, and you're using such big needles that it goes really, really quickly. And I also bought yarn in lavender to make one for Katie. So, and she's my daughter. So that's going to be a present for her, probably for Christmas if I get it done. And I have another sweater for her. I think that's in this bag that I am working on. And this is what that looks like. This is called the Hayden sweater, and it's going to have really big belly sleeves. But I think, oh, that's the wrong side. This is the right side. It has these little lines and then the little holes. Like this is called lace. So it has the little lace and then it's just beautiful. Wile E. Coyote needles from Acme. Um, oh, I do have a picture of this one, I think. This is from Lion Brand. I actually bought the kit from them. If you go to Lion, what is it? Is it just lion.com, lionyarn.com maybe? But this is what it looks like. And they sent this pattern with me, and you can't even see it. It's black and white too. I don't know why they would send black and white copies. You would think if they were sending you a pattern for a kit that you purchased that they'd at least do it in color. I would think. I mean, I print my own on color because I want to be able to see it all and understand it all, and like especially with directions like this. So I don't know. That's kind of cheap in my opinion, but what do I know? Anyway, actually, the whole pattern with the yarn was very cheap. It uses the pound yarn, so like it's Lion Brand pound, but this yarn is very inexpensive. The whole it just takes one skein, so I got that and the pattern for like $11. But honestly, that's a decent price. Although you think, gosh, that's cheap. That's at least what I thought. But honestly, it's the yarn is so inexpensive. They wouldn't be able to charge you any more than that because you could buy the yarn separately for way less, especially if you used a coupon or something. But anyway, I think it's a really pretty sweater. I did buy 2 skeins so that I could make myself one too, but I'm going to wait until later to make myself one. But this one's for Katie. I'm hoping to get that finished and to her for her birthday, which is in November, the end of November. So I have a little bit of time. And then I also started, I think this is my last whip. I also started a present for Deb. I was telling you guys she wanted the coral and the rich, like brown, chocolate brown color. So I found this yarn yesterday at Hobby Lobby. It's called I Love This Yarn. It's a Hobby Lobby brand, but I don't know if you can see all those pretty colors. But it has really rich colors, and I think it's just pretty yarn. So I started making a cowl, and this is what it looks like so far. It's just a bunch of 1x1 rib, and then I was going to do a pattern, but I'm not sure I'm liking the pattern because this yarn is so noisy that it's hard to see the pattern in it. But I don't know, maybe I'll probably keep going and see how it looks. I mean, worst thing is I'd just frog it and start it again. It's not that big of a deal. This is actually a really nice yarn to work with. This was $3.99, but I used my 40% off coupon, and it's actually, I mean, it's turning out, I think, pretty decent, and it's nice yarn to work with. It really feels good, and it's kind of fun watching the different colors come. It keeps you kind of interested. I haven't used self-striping yarn yet, like to make socks or whatever, but I have a feeling that that's what that feels like when you're using self-striping yarn and you're seeing all the different things come across. It kind of gets you motivated and excited to keep on going. So I think that's everything that I have on my needles right now. Showed you the sweater, showed you the blanket, but come next week, I will have 2 more pairs of mitts on because I'll get the new Skein Deers pattern on Monday. And then I'm also doing another cowl, which is from the Periscope sisters. One of the girls, I think her name is Debbie. There's Debbie and Amy, and I think it's Debbie that has a new cal starting in October for more mittens. So I'm going to be knitting mittens like crazy, but I really have enjoyed it, except for the thumb. I do not like the thumb. Oh, that's and Tracy says that that's the only yarn that her friend Deb uses. And you know what? Deb had commented on a few of my videos. How sweet was that? I replied to her. She's very nice. All your friends are so nice. So that's all of my whips, I believe. What else do I have? Oh, I have dying to cast on, and I wrote the sweater, the big fluffy sweater, but I already casted that on. I couldn't wait. I was so excited. So I am excited to see how that turns out. I would like to make it into a cardigan. Um, so we'll have to see how that works out. Like I said, because I think I'd wear the cardigan more than I'd wear the sweater, just because it's a big bulky sweater, and I'm a big girl, and I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't know. I'm just still waiting on that for a little bit. But I mean, I'll wear it, so I'm excited about it just because I think it's really cool. Now it does have big. It's a knit that's very very loosely knitted, so you have to wear something underneath it. So I'll have to wear a tank top or a t-shirt or something underneath it. But it's really, I think it's going to be fun and cute to wear. So there's that. What else would I be dying to cast on right now? That might be it. I have so many things on the needles right now that I'm a little bit, I don't want to say overwhelmed because I'm taking it slowly. I'm just doing whatever I feel like doing, which is kind of fun too. I was dying to get some things off the needles and I did that. So that um, library thing, that all the fuzz, I was dying to get that off the needles and I did that. So that's good. Some of my favorites. So I have been watching the Fat Squirrel on YouTube, and she is becoming a favorite of mine. I don't know. I just wanted to share her in case you guys want somebody else to watch who does knitting videos. She makes project bags and she does a really good job. But I just like her candor, and her candor, is that the right word? I just like her personality, and when she's talking, she makes me smile. She lives in Indianapolis, so that's really cool. I have some things that I can relate with. Um, Diana, that's hilarious. I need to try that. Maybe that'll work for me too. Um, I don't need a ton of help in that area, but it's always fun. But anyway, uh, I, I I like her maybe even because of that I can relate to her. She has said in several of her vlogs, and she's been vlogging for a long time, years and years, that sometimes people love her or hate her, and sometimes people will watch her and not like her, but then watch her again a few weeks later and like her. So I don't know. Yes, her name is the Fat Squirrel. Not TMI at all. It's fun. We're all in this together. Um, and she had a reason that she went for the fat squirrel. It's because she calls herself fat, and she says that she wants that to not be such a negative term. And she said, like, if you think of a fat squirrel, you don't think of yucky thoughts or mean thoughts in your head. You think of a really cute little fat chubby squirrel eating, and it's cute and it's fun. And she thinks that that's the way we need to think about it when we talk about people too. Like, what's the difference? You think of a fat person, and instead of thinking yuck, or mean things in your head, you should think happy things, because we're all just people. So that's why she goes by the fat squirrel. But I really like her. Her name's Amy Beth. Uh, Even my husband Dennis watches her with me, well, because I make him sit in here and watch with me when I'm watching. So my favorite knitting videos, definitely the Grocer Girls. And I've commented on them before. I love them. I am very entertained from them. The Fat Squirrel, and then now also the Periscoping Sisters. I think that's what they're called. I wrote it down. Yes, Periscope Sisters. I've been enjoying all three of them. I kind of like the idea of having two people. I wish I had a sister or a friend that lived close so that we could do this together and kind of chat, because it's kind of neat having somebody else to just talk with, because sometimes it's weird just talking to you guys, even though it's fun to read your guys' comments and stuff. Sometimes it's a hard, I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. I think that with two people, it would be fun to be able to, you know, back and forth and all of that. But whatever, you guys just got me. That's what there is. I told Katie that we needed to do it together, but she's obviously at school. And but I think that if she lived here, we would definitely do it together. But maybe one day. Not that, nah, never mind. I was going to say not that I want her to live here, but I do want her to live here. But you guys know what I mean. She's in college, and that's where she needs to be. And then also my fave are the knit-alongs. I have been having so much fun. Oh, and my battery is low, so if I cut off, you guys will know. I'm going to try to hurry up. Gosh, how long have we been on? I don't even know. There's nothing that tells me, but probably close to an hour. So I will I will say goodbye very soon, but I'll try to hurry this up. I only have a couple more things. So the knit-alongs have been my favorite. I'm really enjoying those, and it kind of gives me an incentive to do something different and to try new things, and I'm really liking that right now. Stash enhancement. I got some really cool sweater yarn for me and Katie. The blue for me and the lavender for Katie. I didn't bring any in here, and I'm not going to get off my rear end to go show you, but that's been my stash enhancement. Um, you do need to do some knitting, Tracy. I think that would be fun, but that's okay. It's not you. I understand. Um, I'm sure that I have gotten some other things. I got that yarn for Deb, but yesterday I didn't really buy very much at all. And I did do a video and showed you guys what I got at Hobby Lobby. I mean, I spent like $21. It was crazy. I did not spend very much at Hobby Lobby, which is very, very crazy for me. And I bought these really cute notebooks that you'll have to see. I got one for me and one for Katie, and I need to send her a daggone care package. So that's going in it for sure. Um, things that I've learned are just making my own pattern. I was able to do this scorpion pattern, and I didn't even have a scorpion like pattern to go by. I just came up with it and thought, okay, I looked at some clip art to try to figure out what looked good and how I wanted it. So this is definitely, um, yes, you are good at commentary, Janie. Or, well, Janie, that was a slip, but both of you are, Tracy and Janie. You're both so fun. All of you guys. I mean, seriously, this is hilarious and it's fun for me. And I'm sure we're all just having fun. But anyway, that's what I learned. I learned a little bit about pattern making. I also bought myself a pattern book. I didn't show you guys, but it's just graph paper pretty much, but it's made for knitting. And you can graph your pattern so that you can then knit it, which is kind of fun and it's neat. So I'm hopefully going to be able to do some more of that, but probably not until after I get some of my queued up things off the needles because I need to. I know it's only getting to be October, but I need to get my Christmas presents going. So now it says that I have 7%. So yikes. Um, the last thing is still my goals, and I still have the same goals that I had last time. The project bags, I still need to do that. I also need to learn how to put pictures in here so I can show you guys instead of on my phone. If I could like insert a picture, I think that would be really cool. And I know people do it, but I just don't know how. So it's something that's on my to learn list, but it's not high up in the priority list. If any of you guys know how or know anybody that is a good person to learn from on the internet, let me know and I'm happy to watch some YouTube videos. I haven't really done much research myself, so I haven't done my due diligence, I know, but I'm just asking in case anybody knows anybody off the top of your head, but don't look for it if you don't because I haven't even looked myself and I know I can do that. So that's fine. And that is my whole list. Let me just double check. Yes. So I think I am going to let you guys go before my battery runs out and I totally die. But I appreciate all of you guys watching. I have a wonderful time with you guys. I don't know how you guys are going to spend the rest of your evening, but I am going to knit. I'm going to work on, I think I'm going to catch my mood blanket up because I still have yesterday and today to do. Oh my gosh, there's Fuzz being all